Ah, tea time. Welcome everybody! Souldin the Grin brothers here, and it's time for another episode of Tea Time. Once again, this is a reaction style tea time, where I shall be reacting to Sony's State of Play. But I guess because I've started this recording a good 3 minutes ahead of when the State of Play is said to be turning up. Hopefully you can still hear me just fine. I'm not sure how it's going to sound, you know, the background music of the Sony video itself. I record using my Wii U, so I can't adjust the sound too much. I have been able to negate the sound from TV by using headphones, as well as any sound coming out of the Wii U gamepad. But I can't actually adjust the sound in the video itself, sort of thing. There isn't really that option. Anyways, before the Sony State of Play begins, I will talk about today's tea, which is actually one I haven't got with me because it's one I actually had at a restaurant downtown. One of our restaurants became a Turkish restaurant a while back, and after lots of umming and ahhing, me and my mum decided to finally pop there for a visit. And tried a really nice meal. Surprised how nice it was. I mean, I had to ask for no yogurt. I found that a bit weird. But I noticed they had a specific tea there, which they called Turkish tea. So I decided to try some. Because, of course, I tried it in the restaurant. I don't have all the information on it. Maybe I'll go back there and ask next time I go for a meal. Apparently, it's commonly called Rize tea as well. It is usually blended as a black tea, and I'm assuming it was a black tea in this case. They serve it up in a fantastic little glass. It's such a cool looking glass. And they've got a rather unique method to how they brew it and all, but I don't have much of any of the information on the tea, really, aside from the fact that it was just listed in this restaurant as on the menu as Turkish tea. But I can tell you my thoughts on it. The tea started off with little smell or taste, admittedly, but this improved over time, with a decent amount of bitterness by the end. There was a hint of spice throughout, and a lovely aftertaste with each sip. So yeah, it was kind of interesting. Like, there's nothing bad about it, I'd say. Well, I guess you could say bland as a bad thing to it, but which it was for a good deal of time, a bland tea. But it always had a decent aftertaste, a nice little bit of spiciness and bitterness to its aftertaste, and I felt the tea improved over time. Some teas get better the colder they are, and some teas it's just a matter of longer time brewing. I think this, if I recall correctly, it was a while ago I had this. It was because it was getting colder that I felt I preferred it. The spice was a lot easier to detect. But yeah, it was a really nice tea and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I decided to just basically say it outright before the State of Play begins. Get the tea conversation out of the way. Yeah, that was the Turkish tea, and this should be the State of Play. Oh, it got to 11 o'clock, so I kind of figured it'd have started. I guess it's still got a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm mainly watching this State of Play because I've heard that they're going to be talking about the MediEvil game that's coming out on PS4. Sony have been making a lot of decisions recently that make me, well, really not want to support them. But I do like MediEvil. I had a lot of fun with that both on the PlayStation and the PSP, even if the PlayStation version I only played a demo of it. So I'm really looking forward to what they have to show of MediEvil, and if it looks promising, I'm be putting on my Christmas list and seeing about getting it for Christmas. So that's the main reason I've come to watch this Sony State of Play. I heard the last Sony State of Play, which I couldn't watch, I had work that day, was apparently not all too good, and oh, it looks like it's beginning. Okay, that's a pretty cool little intro. I heard the Final Fantasy sound effect there, so we're getting a Square Enix apparently teased the Final Fantasy update.
Did you hear that?
Oh, that is not Final Fantasy, that is Monster Hunter.
Is it the wind?
Oh, no, I heard the Final Fantasy music, so
That's not it.
another Final Fantasy crossover with Monster Hunter, I guess? Oh, this would be cool to kill curious about. He does like his Monster Hunter. He also likes his Final Fantasy. Oh, this is just the winter expansion. Hold on. This is making me think more of I Am Setsuna, if I'm honest. Well, to be fair, that's just a snow setting, I'd say. Although the music there sounded quite a bit like I Am Setsuna. Yeah, so this is a pretty hefty expansion. I've got no interest in Monster Hunter myself, but my oldest brother, Curious, absolutely loves these games. And I have actually played Monster Hunter World myself. I did a Souldin short start on it. Played, the sort of first bit, created an anchor in the game, and my cat Zero, and played for a bit. So you can, I'll provide a link in the summary below. You can feel free to check that out. And it kind of looks like he sharpened his sword as a counter, which would be a pretty cool technique to have. And the grappling's a little cool. You know, that's probably already in the game. Again, I haven't really played Monster Hunter. I don't have much I can really comment on it. Giant bat monster? Interesting. Not sure what the spice could mean at all. Again, lack of familiarity with this series. I've tried, I tried out Monster Hunter World and I tried out the demo. Really not my cup of tea. Oh, hey, catch reviving. A little ice spell. Did they not have that before? Oh, and I got a date to tell. Curious about. I'm assuming that's the in UK time. I'm assuming this is a specific PlayStation UK version because I'm used to Nintendo of Europe sort of thing.
Welcome back to State of Play. Today we're keeping it short and sweet. With a
First
new look at
time
some of our
for
most
me.
Anticipated upcoming PS4 games.
Cute voice.
Let's take a look.
Looks kind of Minecraft-esque. Not exactly a cup of tea graphic. Oh, is that basically Super Dot Heroes? Sequel maybe? You know, maybe less Legend of Zelda-esque Super Dot. Was it Super 3D Dot Heroes? I believe it was called. Yeah. I'll see if I quickly Google and throw up the correct title on the screen. 4-player couch co-op is something I do enjoy. Man, they're lucky. Couch co-op kind of works better than, flows off the tongue better than sofa co-op. You know, sofas being what we Brits call it. The Guacamelee I'm familiar with. Fun game, Guacamelee. Me and Rafi never did get around to completing it. And Shovel Knight's just kind of the... Oh, come on, he has to appear in everything nowadays. He's not allowed to not appear in a game. If it's even got the word indie somewhere in it. Also, Coco Cucumber is one of the best names for a company ever. Oh, a new first-party game? Interesting. Again, I'm not too invested in Sony because of recent decisions they've been making. It doesn't help that the IP of theirs that I have been invested in, I was invested in of theirs, Gravity Rush, which I loved the first game. I was not a fan of how the second game took things. Maybe I'll have to give it a go once more. Maybe it gets better after opening, but they kind of went with a bigger is better approach to Gravity Rush 2, and it doesn't, bigger is better doesn't always work, obviously. It's a rather incorrect statement. Oh, you're playing as a chameleon character, that's pretty cool. Oh. Ah! Really? Just a... I thought you were saying it was a new... Oh, wait, not a new IP or anything like that. It's just being made by the Sony First Party Studios. Yeah, no interest.
Next, the remake of MediEvil, which is officially coming to PS4 this fall.
Ah, this is what I was hoping for. Yeah, this is the thing that captured my interest. Ooh. Looking nice. Man, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if they included.
Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Galloway, and then the sorcerer returned.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they included something pertaining to the second game. I've never got to play that. Ooh. Looking very much in terms of how the combat sort of is flowing. Looks very much how the original gameplay is going. So they haven't changed anything too drastically, which is neat to see. Ah, Souldin's such a great character. Loved playing... he wasn't exactly the best of characters to use in Blazing All the Stars Battle Royale, but it was so nice to have him in it. So of course I used him as much as I could. Never actually completed the game. We'll see about maybe... Well, I may be doing it the day of this remaster, coming October 25th. That's neat to see.
We won't have to wait long to play it. MediEvil returns this fall on PS4.
That's wonderful to see. Yeah,
Now let's
hype for that.
A truly original new game that's coming to PS4.
Okay, okay, so this is more of an original IP. The whole realistic graphic things just kind of makes it look like the Predator game. Clearly, not the Predator game, but you know, they just share the same exact style, you know, realism. I think I know of some people who might enjoy this. I'll have to show it to them and see what they think. Yeah, I think I do know quite a few people who would enjoy this. Definitely doesn't look like my kind of thing. Sony don't tend to offer my kind of thing though nowadays. Well, you know, I say that after seeing the MediEvil remaster, which is looking good. But I think I know people who would like the look of that. I mean, Rafi loves animals. I know survival and animals ties well into Bebop. Oh, no, that's interesting. Given that they've already said that they're going to be working on the PS5, and the PS5 is probably due for next year. It's interesting that they even release a newer model. But then again, that's usually when they start to, you know, just as the system ends or just afterwards they release these smaller models. So this is probably like the chippy PS4. Yeah, the chippy PS4. Let me guess. No disc. Okay, I'm assuming this is the Final Fantasy related thing. Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 remake. Again, not got much interest in it because it's, you know, I like turn-based RPGs as turn-based RPGs. I don't need them being remade without the gameplay that I liked of them.
Have fun.
Strange. I've seen Tifa's health bar sort of thing,
This is for you.
but I haven't seen Tifa. Aerith's looking cute though. Oh, so they've got decently far now. Well, I say decently far, they've been taking ages just to get to this point. Again, kind of weird they, you know, avoided showing any sign of Tifa. Weird that. Sure.
And we'll see you next time.
Sure, didn't really kind of cover, you know, explain anything with the games. It was just a bunch of trailers, really. You know, not much game explanation at all. But hey, it did show stuff that was certainly more up my alley than, say, the VR sort of thing. I'm not sure how the last day of play went, although I've heard it was disappointing. But that one, you know, okay, short, sweet, much more to the point. I do think, ironically, what they also failed in is that there wasn't enough explanation of these games. You know, just a discussion, you know, oh, this game, say, got this feature or that feature. You know, Nintendo will explain a few little tidbits about it here and there. Or their trailers will have some sort of like descriptive moment, or at least one of them. Like MediEvil was the highlight that people that seemingly was going to get the focus on, but there was no real explanation about it. You know, what parts is it remastered, what is changed, stuff like that. But hey, it was nice to see first images of MediEvil. I am looking forward to that, at least from what I've seen so far. So yeah, probably will have it on my Christmas list. Can't really say much about the other stuff. Not my sort of cup of tea for a lot of the other stuff, but I think I can recommend quite a few of the games sort of shown off to other people, at least from these first impressions. Too much of it is just first impressions, but to be able to truly tell, I'll have to wait. But you know, there are things worth paying attention to. So yeah, that state of play, not near as good as any of the Nintendo Directs, really. But hey, at least it showed off a variety of games, and you know, yeah, it showed off a variety of games and showed it in a brisk manner. So yeah, fair enough, Sony. Doesn't kind of excuse a lot of your other decisions lately, but hey, I feel that was a decent video. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. Again, I'm not really passionate about Sony games at the moment, so there's not really any hype moments or thing. I just mostly wanted to talk about tea again. I like doing these tea times, so yeah, hope you enjoyed, and feel free to share your thoughts below, and cheerio!